And here's the Astros general manager live there from Minute Maid. Haven't had him on in a while. He says hello, Jeff Luhnow. And boy, Houston has been busy. Jeff, welcome. Great to have you with us here. And I'll tell you, $42 million your ball club has spent. A lot of money in this offseason, but 3 good improvements. Give me a rundown on that first.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's been a good offseason for us. We feel like we've accomplished a lot. We came into this offseason wanting to address bullpen, improve our bullpen, and also improve our infield offense, and we've done that with the 3 signings that we did recently.
You sure did. I should have welcomed you instead of you welcoming me, so there we go. We get the pleasantries out of the way. Now, a lot of folks have said that maybe you were in the market to get Chase Headley, maybe you were in the market to get David Robertson. Without naming names, Jeff, were there others, guys out there on the free agency scenario that the Astros were very interested in that may, with a little luck, could have signed? Is that true?
Well, we certainly look at all the free agents out there, and we made a run at several, but I really think that Pat Neshek and Luke Gregerson and Jed Lowry were 3 of the players we had targeted from the very beginning. We were very fortunate. We worked hard to get all those deals done, and we think they're going to really improve our team. They come in here, add to a team that already has Dallas Keuchel and Colin McHugh and Scott Feldman, George Springer, Jose Altuve, Jason Castro. I mean, this team is young and improving, and the addition of these 3 veteran, proven free agents make us a lot better.
Well, Jeff, truth be told, a couple years ago in spring training on radio, you said the one player that you hated to lose with all the moves that you made was Lowry to Oakland when you got Chris Carter. So now you get Lowry back. It's a guy you didn't want to trade to begin with a couple of years ago, correct?
Well, he had some success. He went over to Oakland and 2 years in a row helped them make the playoffs. We were happy with the trade. We got Chris Carter, who did a real nice job for us last year, and Brad Peacock, who was in our rotation, and Max Stassi, who's an up-and-coming young catcher. And now we get a chance to go out and bring Jed Lowry back, so we feel like it's closing the loop.
All right, how about the shortstop who broke his leg? We know he's a high prospect. Is he a couple of years away? Do you move somebody to third base? Lowry's got this position now locked up 3 years. Give me a little rundown on him for a sec. Go ahead.
Well, Carlos is doing very well. He's fully healed, and he will come into big league camp and show us what he's able to do. But, he hasn't been to Double-A yet. I don't know how long it's going to take him. I will say that he exceeds expectations. He'll probably be here quicker than any of us expect. But we certainly want him here as quickly as possible because he has a chance to be a superstar. And, as a general manager, I can't spend too much time thinking about when he's going to get here and what it means for the rest of the team. If he gets here and he's ready to produce at this level, we'll find a spot for him in the lineup.
All right, the Astros were, a cover of Sports Illustrated there, Jeff. You know that. We've had you on. The up-and-coming team, different way about doing things. And then you seem to hit a little bump in the media in the media road. I mean, you obviously had some problems with the #1 picks. We didn't get signed. Bo Porter gets replaced. A lot of people yelled and screamed, including me, about that. Now you're back on right course. It was sort of a rocky finish to the season with those 2 scenarios. Let's talk about that for a sec. What can you tell me?
Well, there were some bumps along the road last year, but really at the end of the day, Chris, we made a 19-game improvement from the year before. We have a very young team. These guys are getting used to playing at the big leagues. You got Springer, you got Singleton. Altuve won the batting title. So there was more good news than bad news last year. And we feel like with these moves, we're poised to take the next step forward and begin to compete for division titles and ultimately championships.
All right, I yelled about it, Jeff. Does it bother you that there's folks in baseball who think, why they fired Bo Porter is because Jeff Luhnow and his guys in their front office want to put the lineup together? You heard all those thoughts. Is that true? Not true? You feel comfortable with A.J. Hinch? Talk about that for a sec. Go ahead.
Well, we're very happy with A.J. Hinch, and I think he understands where we want to go. And he's been a player, he's been a manager, he's been in the front office, and he knows how to use the information. And, we don't micromanage anything in the clubhouse. I've never given a lineup. I want to put together the best team possible and let A.J. go out and manage it. And we're going to see the result of that work this year.
All right, listen, you made a big trade to get the Moran kid. He's from where I live, so I'm familiar with him. You're high on him. And the kid you traded, the pitcher, did a good job for Miami, so that trade could help both teams. But the players are still there, Singleton, and obviously Springer came in with a bang despite injuries. 19-game improvement. Let's not go crazy, but why not 500 in 2015, I would think. Give me your thoughts on that there.
We're going to be a winning team. That's our goal, and I think that's what's going to happen out there. We've got a lot of good players. Our rotation is solid. Our bullpen is much improved. Our lineup's going to be not only a combination of power, but also speed and on-base skills. So I think we're going to do a good job. Our division's getting better, but we're going to be right in the thick of it.
I would think so, too. How about the Springer development? Jeff, we all know, listen, he was great at Connecticut. He came in with a bang, hit 1 million home runs. Then he got hurt. We had the issue last spring training. That seemed to be resolved. Then he got hurt. Again, didn't do a lot in the last, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks of the season. Didn't follow it that carefully. What do we expect out of Springer here in 2015?
Well, I can't wait for a full, healthy season of George Springer. He hit 20 home runs in basically about half the season last year. You can't always extrapolate, but I think if he's playing every day, we're going to get a lot of home runs. We're going to get stolen bases, good defense, and a guy that's really going to be an inspiration to everybody on the team and really get this team fired up.
What did Jeff Luhnow learn about the drafting scenario last year with the pitcher there from Southern California? I mean, it was rough. I hated to see that. The Astros had such good things going on. You learn anything from that process which you will apply here in years going forward?
Well, the reality is we have the 2nd pick and the 5th pick in this draft coming up, so we have an opportunity to take the resources that we were planning to invest last year and put them into the draft this year. And that's going to give us an even better pipeline, better players in our system that are going to come up to the big leagues. So, we learn from every experience we go through, but this is one that I think ultimately is going to benefit our club.
Good job, Jeff. Thanks again to Ballpark Cam on this busy day. Happy holidays. Thanks so much. Appreciate it today.
Thanks, Chris.